Good morning, great people. Good morning, blessed people. Good morning, beautiful souls. Good morning, greetings wherever you are. It might not be morning where you are. It might be afternoon. Good afternoon. It might be evening. Good evening. Greetings. I'm just checking in, doing an audio live. I'm doing a comparison really to see what people are interested in, to see what people gravitate to more, so that my future content on this platform will be more suited to people. So I'm gonna be doing a combination of live videos, live audios, pre-recorded videos, and pre-recorded audios. I don't know if I can actually share a pre-recorded audio, but I might do a pre-recorded audio and add pictures to it that show or demonstrate what I'm talking about. This week I've been thinking a lot about continuing to be mindful, continuing to self-care, continuing to be precautious, even though guidelines are gradually changing. Because when I have been listening to guidelines about how to manage and cope with coronavirus, they have sounded to me like they're sending mixed signals. So I decided, as somebody who is passionate about self-care, self-love, and optimum health, I decided that I'm going to continue to take precautions as before until I start hearing convincing guidelines that are not contradicting themselves, until the powers that be start speaking the same love language. Because you hear one saying it's safe to do this and that, and somebody saying, well, it's not necessary, things like that, and it's causing confusion. And to be fair, for those people that are living alone, it might actually be starting to get to your head and affecting your mental health. And I really do not want that. We've been walking this journey together right from the start. Imagine beginning of the year and we are on the other side of the other half of the year already. It would be sad to then have it all fall apart right in our faces after putting up such a fight from the beginning of the year. So I was just popping here doing this audio live to encourage you to continue to be vigilant, to continue to love yourself enough to be vigilant. And this morning I'll talk about mindfulness. My understanding of mindfulness, I'm not a professional in that subject area, but I think understanding the basics of it will help you to look after yourself, to love yourself enough to look after yourself the right way. And it might entice you to have a look, maybe on YouTube, maybe on some Facebook platforms, maybe on even Google, for the different explanations or descriptions of what mindfulness is. But for me, having read a few things about it and watched a few videos about people who teach about mindfulness, my understanding is mindfulness is about taking that time to focus on the present, to focus on yourself, to focus on where you are, so that you can divert your focus from looking back at the things that have happened that were not good, the things that have gone wrong, the things that you have done wrong in the past. Focusing on the little things like the present, this present moment, what's going on right now, helps you to not look back at the negatives. 1. 2, it also diverts your focus from focusing too much on what is to come, which you are not too certain of either. I will use the example of coronavirus that we're talking about. You might start dwelling on, oh my God, what is it going to be like 2 months from now, 3 months from now, 6 months from now? How much more of this am I going to be able to take? If it's going to continue like this another 4 months, what is that going to mean? You start focusing on weeks, months ahead of things that you're not even certain of. And by doing that, you might increase your stress levels, you might increase your anxieties about coronavirus and its effects. You might then add on to the stress that you have already brought forward from looking back to what has happened before. So when I say focus on the present, what do I mean? I'm not saying focus on the present negatives. No. Focus more on the good things that are going on right now, right this minute. For example, focus on the fact that you have woken up this morning and you're alive. Be grateful for that. You have a roof over your head. You have clothes on your body. Oh, I struggle with hay fever every morning. I have a sneeze session. That's one thing that used to stress me out. And I used to allow it to embarrass me. And that's an example of focusing on the present that is not positive. So what I ended up doing was accepting that this is what happens. I struggle with hay fever. And hay fever makes you sneeze. It makes your eyes water. If it's extreme, it can even cause swelling around the eyes, swollen lips. On top of the sneezing, it can cause itchiness. And these things used to stress me out, used to embarrass me, that my eyes are watering. But when I turned that to a positive, I started by acknowledging that it is part of me. I shouldn't be embarrassed because it's not a choice that I made. It's something that probably nature brought with me, the way my body works. We all have strengths and weaknesses. So I accepted this is who I am. And if I want to make it better for myself, what can I do to eradicate it or to make it better and more bearable? And on researching, I found there are supplements that you can take that helps you cope with hay fever. And there are medications as well that you can take, antihistamines. The doctors will give you antihistamines, but I take supplements because I like natural things. They don't have side effects. And if you're interested in knowing what options you have in terms of supplements, natural organic supplements, then direct message me. I'll share a few of them with you and you can start taking them. And the good thing about natural supplements is they don't only address this hay fever problem. They are supplements that increase the right nutrient levels in your body that you need for optimum health, which marries very well into the subject topic that I'm talking about, mindfulness. It's a part of you being mindful of yourself to take supplements that boost your health, immunity, allergies, nutrient levels. At the moment, we're talking about vitamin D, especially if you're a woman of color, if you're a man of color. Apparently, where we are in the United Kingdom, our absorption of vitamin D directly from the sun as people of color is not at its best. So supplementing is a good thing that you can do to boost your health, to boost your immunity system, to boost your nutrient levels in your body. And why am I talking about that right now? Is because if we have been listening to the educational messages or reading about them, we should remember that recovery from coronavirus, if you should contract it, is facilitated and helped by having the right nutrient levels in your body, having the right levels of immunity system. And so really I'm encouraging you guys to invest in yourself and buy yourself some supplements that will make sure that you are at the lowest possible risk of contracting coronavirus. And if not, if you should contract it, then you are at your highest possible position to recover from it. I don't want to do long videos. I'm trying to narrow down my videos to very short videos because then you can listen to it, take the lesson, apply it. I have noticed that if you do longer videos, you end up passing on too many messages, and then concentration on those too many messages and chances of one putting those messages into practice become slim, because I tend to be on Facebook more frequent the 2 weeks that I'm off, which means I'm on there almost on a daily basis. And if I'm passing 1 million messages every day, chances of people trying or putting that into practice might actually be then slim. So I think today the message that I have shared about mindfulness should give you food for thought, should give you maybe something to do today, something to try out. People encourage us to learn something new every day. I hope I've said something today that is new to you that you're going to try and implement. I saw somebody had just joined in. I'm just finishing off, my dear. Thank you very much for joining in. And if I missed anybody else who joined while I was speaking, thank you for joining in. And for those that have missed this live, I'm going to save it and keep it on the page. You can listen to it after, and